yeah, I'm not religious and I'm not spiritual, but despite that, sometimes I think to myself, I'm doing what I was put here to do effectively, or I found, I guess, a non-spiritual way of putting it is I found my way toward this profession that didn't even really exist, barely existed until I started doing it. I found my way toward this and realized that, yeah, I'm built exactly for this.
Have you found that there's organizations that either are overtly or openly, rooting for you in your efforts, or that partner with you, or is this you have to go it alone?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty funny when you think about it. So if you go back to what I was talking about with the DOJ verdict and award in the Zhongwang matter I think that was, June, July of 2021, August of 2021, right after I moved here to Austin, and one Friday, I put my kid in the car. He's 8 years old. I'm about to take him to school. 3 people in windbreakers got out of the car, FBI windbreakers, and served me with a search warrant. And we and a bunch of other short sellers have been under investigation. And so you got that dichotomy there where it's like, well, I don't know, guys, you've opened up a bunch of investigations into companies that we've reported on, and you've taken some actions, especially the SEC has, are we, so how can you simultaneously say like, well, these guys are the problem, but you're the problem? And then, I mean, something else that happened early last year in March, while, the DOJ thing is, we're producing documents and spending millions and millions of dollars having lawyers, review these things. Something else that happened that was just interesting was the SEC issued me a whistleblower award from a 2011 case for $14 million. So, I guess if, in one phrase, my relationship with the regulators is complicated. I mean, I don't expect this investigation to go anywhere. I mean, at least with respect to us and probably the vast majority, if not everybody who's under investigation in it. But it's a strange thing, to be. It was a very, it was actually, I've been very vocal about this and vocal in pushing back against, what I see as some of the factors that have driven it and personalities that have driven this investigation. And, I've been asked, well, why are you so vocal? I mean, if you didn't do anything, then, just like most people do, just kind of shut up and take it. But, your question gets to the answer of this. And that is, this has been part of my identity, being on the right side. And look, in continental Europe, especially, they're so protectionist. They hate when American hedge fund short seller activists go to their markets and criticize their companies and immediately start having, nightmares about mass layoffs throughout their economy over it. And so we've been raked over the coals in France and Germany, but that was not unexpected. I mean, I've talked to, friends of mine who were very senior regulators in the U.S. at one point in time. Yeah, they told me how, at the SEC, and they always kind of viewed these foreign regulators and most of them as jokes in terms of their lack of sophistication. So that is to be expected. But, there I was going through France and Germany and telling my son about it and saying, but look, I'm kind of like, I'm not a cop, but I help the cops in this space. I help them get the bad guys. And I got to tell you, when they walked up the driveway and served me in front of my son, the blow of that to my psyche, and again, my image or my identity, not image, my identity as being on their side, it was profound. And it, to this moment, like I am enraged by this whole turn of events. I've accepted it. It took a long time to accept that this is what happened and not let it dominate my thinking and distract me. In the beginning of last year, the first half was tremendously distracted, but that's the thing. I don't know, on the backside of this, obviously my identity ends up being different because I just don't know what to think of these people that think we're so obviously conned into believing that, this profession that exists to, we scream at the top of our lungs for the attention of law enforcement. Look here, look here. They somehow thought that we were attempting this massive Jedi mind trick where we're breaking the law by, trading manipulative. They never even have said what the theory of the case was. Nobody has any idea what the theory of the investigation is.